their bitch asses through hacking, of course, got all of the politically correct video and verbiage from my attempted post on Instagram, which I went live. Then they did the little bitch made hack thing where it tweaked and it didn't even post or whatever. They sent it there. Of course, to try to prove, I guess, some point about their little dick syndrome. So, long story short, it was a very, very prolific live, a very, very affluent live as it pertains to the psychosis um, and trap of declining, psyche declining psychology and psychosis that they, of course, through Americans' torture and systems and bullshit, of course, and white supremacy, of course, try to, you know, utilize to hurt people, of course. So, but it was pertaining to a video I saw. The video was pertaining to a video I saw talking about Chicago giving the key to the city to Dirk, as New York I did once, to Diddy as well too, and them. But that psyche of doing things, playing a horrid role in an atrocity that is our torture here as a race, and because it's a fall victim to well, that's just the way it is mentality. And yes, that'll always be the logic as long as white people are God here, as long as their atrocious culture is God here. See what I'm saying? Because that boy should have never got no fucking key to the city. The most somebody like him should have ever got, if he did change his life or turn around, is a fucking pat on the back and thank you. Keep helping the community. That's it. He's already rich. You see what I'm saying? So there's you're not making sense. He's already rich by a white wealth standard. And they're still God in the country, right? You still have to use their ways of torture, modern day cowardly ways of maneuvering to, to exist. In their mind, at least, they have to think like that, surfers, to be able to exist for some reason. The concept of good humanity won't make sense in a devil country like this, as long as their culture is God. So, which means as long as their ideology is God. And y'all acting like y'all don't have an identity. Black people acting like they don't have an identity. If you aren't tapped into the culture and where your identity begins, because I fucking laid it down, then you're not really black anyway. You're not tapped into the culture anyway, your own people. So, and in a country like this that is already inherently against you, you could just you'll eventually fall victim to that. It wouldn't do any harm to the overall movement. It would just be, it would suck. It'd be sad. However, yeah, so I went ahead, of course, and recorded this video on my phone, my personal phone, to be able to upload it to my socials and everything, so I can teach good people. Because again, the main part of that video was, of course, if good doesn't utilize it, evil will. And I'm assuming their bitch asses were trying to run to the punch, beat them to the punch, I guess. I guess this is where the need for superpowers come into, when there's such atrocious bitch-made shit being done. Non-humane things being done. So, there's that appreciation. for that from me to you. So anyway, yeah, the psychosis that those type of things bring though is a bigger issue, because he's not the first person that you know what I'm saying. And when a city does something like that, gives people like him the ditties and all of that stuff, keys and that type of perspective power, it makes it seem like not just okay that you're, you know, okay under white people is God forever, which means you'd have to hate yourself forever. That's how their ancestors set this up. Fuck everybody that's here right now. So as they, it's not only that they would have to utilize the hate that brings, the under white supremacy as a culture, which is just America. You know what I'm saying? It further pushes the divide in the community, and the biggest argument there's always been since they've been those type of people been able to achieve American prosperity by an American white wealth standard, and that is that, well, that's the only way you can achieve that if you're this color or of that race. If you're of this color of race. You see them at work? You see them at work? Yeah, you see them? Only it's not work. It's a speed up to their own death. That's how serious I'm taking this now, since my actual essence in life keeps getting interrupted by people who should be fucking dead. You missed your chance with me. Let's see if they'll miss theirs with you. But yes, it's an atrocious concept to understand, but it's the realism of this nation. And I'll post the whole video because they won't lay one fucking finger of their own on me. I promise you that. So yeah. we that cannot be the only way we come up in this country. Cannot be the only way we achieve the prosperity needed to move economical mountains. That shouldn't be there. Our culture's not that big. It's not that vast in numbers. This is facts. So the connectivity of it should never be this difficult. The dysfunction of it should never be this peaked out. It's only going to always be that under white identity and ideology. And you guys don't get to run and say you don't have your own standard and identity to start from now anymore. Because I'm here to fucking stay.